this is the Sambandha mantra. And he told them a mantra. This mantra appears in our Buddha Shuddhi meditation, and I will teach you this mantra in our tradition a little while. But he said the devotee should pray, the people you should connect should pray, "O Lord, I have been separated from you for thousands of births, and this has created within me endless sufferings and complications. My true blissful spiritual nature has become hidden away. But I know I have a relationship with you. Now I dedicate to you my sweet Lord Sri Krishna, who are the beloved of the gopis of Vrindavan. I dedicate my body, my senses, my life force, as well as my consciousness, my mind, my heart, my intelligence, and who I think I am. I dedicate to you my home, my wife, my children, all my wealth, as well as anything else I have, here and beyond. I offer you my very soul. O Krishna,
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
O Krishna,
I am yours.
I am yours.
And Krishna said, my dear devotee, if you teach people to make a connection like this with me, they will be connected and their conditioned nature will disappear. Does not ordinary water, which becomes connected with the Ganga, also become the Ganga in quality? Who of you have been to the Himalayas? Some. You can see so many little rivers. They carry dirt from villages. They come into the Ganga. But once they become connected to Mother Ganga, they become alive. They become very sprinkling, sparkling, fresh. So if you enter the stream of kirtan and become in this way connected with Krishna, you become a smiling devotee, like Manu. He has observed. He must have statistically observed this. You know, first you were like this, then you were like that, because he is a studied man, highly intelligent, and some percentage, so many more smiles, and the smiles were so much closer to both of the ears, and so on. Yes, if you connect with Krishna, it's like a river who connects with the Ganga. The nature changes. It becomes different. So this is so absolutely important that you can't. I can't just tell you how this is important. This year I was in Vrindavan, where I met Madhava Prabhu and our B.B. Govinda Maharaj, and we did parikram together, and I was very exhausted after the parikram, but I had this and I caught typhus. Typhus means when you show your tongue, it's all black. It really, you feel like a ghost when you have typhus. You're so out of it. So, but I had given the promise to Srimati Radharani that during the month of Kartik, I would chant extra rounds, no? Many more rounds than I usually chant. And I was not doing very well until one morning I met my guru in chanting for that month. I mean, don't worry, my guru's there, you know. But I met a Shiksha guru, maybe I should say. It was a black dog. He stood before Lalita Kund and he was howling. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He was really loud. If I would howl like him, you would run out of the room. It was so loud. I came out of my room and said, what's wrong? It was just piercing my heart. So I went out and there was the black dog and howling over Lalita Kund and over Radha Kund. And there were two monkeys with him who were patting him on the head. It's not so bad. Don't worry. You know, monkeys usually run away from dogs, but this dog was just so pitiable. Is it an English word? He evoked pity. Do we say pitiable? It was just so pitiable that even the monkey. And I went back in the room and I thought, do I have something to help him? And I looked for a chapati, but then I only found half of a chapati and I threw it, but he even didn't watch the chapati. He did swallow it, he was so miserable. And after some time, then I went to bed because I had typhus and I was hearing him howling in my dreams. The next morning I went on a Radha Kund Parikrama and I went into the temple and there I saw him again. It was Artik in the temple and my black dog was sitting at the back of the Artik singing the Artik song. You know, as good as it could. You know, he was really trying. And then I asked the priest, you know, who is this dog? And you know what I heard? I needed a translator, but the dog had passed stool 1 week ago in the temple, and then they had to give him temple, they had to throw him out of the temple. How do we call it? Temple forbod?
Interdiction.
He was banned from the temple. He got a temple ban for 1 week. You know, and the poor dog, you know, he was a devotee. He was, how do you feel if you're banned from seeing Radha Gopinath? That was terrible. It's the most difficult trauma you can deal with. So this, my dog, you know, little doggy, was just howling. He's desperately, I want connection, I want sambandha, I want you, I want only you, not a chapati, no, nothing. I want you. And this is how he was howling there before my dog. How do I know he was howling? Because of the temple. Because, listen to this, my father built bridges, autobahns, tunnels. We know about directions in our family. And he was howling in the direction of the temple. It was just a beeline over Lalita Kund, Radha Kund, and then to the temple where Nityananda sat. The Nityananda Baitak is there. He was looking in the direction of the deities are there, Radha Gopinath, and he was howling. He wanted that connection more than anything, and I learned from him. When I found that out, I went back into my room, and although I had typhus, I was really, if the dog can want connection, I will also want connection. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I was really chanting and doing everything which I could. And then I remembered Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that in kirtan, In Japa and Kirtan, this is in Harinam Chintamani, 13th chapter, he tells us how we must chant. He says, you must chant with sambandha. If you chant without sambandha, you only get the shadow of the name. And my dear devotees, how can you be ever spiritually satisfied with the shadow? You are not even materially satisfied if you eat the shadow of a meal. Imagine I say, I have a sweet for you, but I only have one, so I put it in the light and you can eat the shadow of the sweet. You would not be satisfied. You would go in the temple or the bakery or anywhere to get a good sweet. Some of us chant shadow mantras since 40 years. Some of us move still in the darkness, in the shadow of their spiritual life, because they have not learned to chant with sambandha. Now, how do you do this, to chant with sambandha during kirtan? Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives 3 steps, and I will briefly talk about it, and then Amala Harinam will chant with us. He is from Vrindavan. He has chanted many days, many years from his childhood there, and we will try to apply these steps in Amala Harinam's kirtan. So you need to listen now very attentively, because I must tell you, it changed my life when I found this out in Harinam Chintamani, and I want to help you change. I mean, most of you don't need to change their lives. You're wonderful devotees, but you know, I want to give something very valuable and not theoretical. So he says, first of all, you must connect with the fact that you are an eternal soul. You know, this is what it meant when Madhava tells us, now go in that place in your heart. You know, center yourself. Center yourself means come to the place where you are. Go in, how do we say it in German? Don't be a maybe, be a bee, you know. Not a bee, but be there, be there. Are you here? Be there. Huh? That is, you understand, I'm a part of God. I'm a soul, really. And I'm now engaging in the kirtan of Krishna. And the second point is, you connect with Krishna. Krishna is my eternal master. You do this practically in kirtan. You can, when you chant before the deities, you sing for the deities, for the pleasures of the deity. So when there is no deity, you connect with Krishna in the form of the holy name. Be there with the holy name. Each syllable. Be just in the stream. Enter the Ganga. And so on. And then do this. I'm now separated from him. This is the third step. But I wish to connect with him through his name. Once Indra Prabhu was asked, how do you absorb yourself in kirtan? It was about absorption, you know, that point of which we have discussed earlier. Each yoga tradition, also bhakti yoga, success is when you can absorb your mind totally into the object of your meditation. And Indra Prabhu said very nicely, and I think he got right to the essence of the point in his answer. He said, we are now separated from Krishna, and we don't want it. And we express this separation from Krishna in our kirtan while we sing to Krishna. Connected kirtan, not unconnected kirtan. So first you come to the place, I'm the soul, I will help you. We will do a meditation, don't worry. Not meditation, a kirtan with this. And then Krishna is my eternal master. And then third, I'm now separated, but I want to connect with him. If this is too complicated, you just do, please accept me. That mode. It encapsulates everything. Huh? I think this, you remember this, how Prabhupada said the Hare Krishna mantra is a prayer and it means something. Acha. Yes, it means, my dear Radharani, my dear Krishna, please engage me in your service. In other places he says, please accept me. Just like that. So first really, to express it even in a different way, is you be attentive to what you do. Be here exactly now in the kirtan. Have you noted when good kirtanias start, they often have photos of deities before themselves. Have you noted? And then they go like this. Have you noted this? And then they just calm down, withdraw their mind from everything, because they know they are now responsible. They are leading the other devotees in the effort to connect with Krishna. So they pray often, and then they start. And often I see good kirtanias struggling in the beginning. So, oh my God, it's too loud. Oh no, I'm so hungry. To sing kirtan. Oh my God, I'm struggling with the same thing. Again and again, I'm not high enough, or I'm too low, and I'm so useless, and you know it. And it's a struggle. It's something you need to endeavor. You need to be exactly here. You need to just connect. First attention. Then you come slowly to the chanting, where you chanting get some feeling, some prayerful chanting. It's a prayer. Have you heard this? Chanting Hare Krishna. It's our main prayer, Hare Krishna. It's a devotional activity. It's not just some good music, you know, and some nifty, groovy Vedanga beats. No, it's a prayer. It's a prayer for connection. It's a prayer. Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught us how to do kirtan in the Shikshastaka. In verse number 5, he prays for connection. He says, I'm just a piece of dust, you know. Can you just please, and this dust belongs to your lotus feet. Can you please just take me? I'm now disconnected. I'm in the ocean of birth and death. And can you just please lift me up and fix me as one of the atomic dust particles on your lotus feet? Krishna has feet like the lotus, and you belong there. You belong to Krishna. It's just like there are these lotus pollen. You know, when you go with a lotus flower, don't do it. They're so beautiful. But if you would do like this, the dust would fall over you. So you are like one of the dust particles of Krishna's lotus like feet. but you are disconnected now. So Mahaprabhu says, please, O son of Nanda, Krishna, I will read it to you in a very nice extended translation. King of the country of love, I appeal for your affection. I'm your servant. I feel deep within myself that I have some connection to you. I'm subordinate to you. But somehow I am now in adverse circumstances. I'm unconcentrated because I look at the microphone stand. This is not in the prayer. I'm subordinate to you, but somehow I'm now distracted in adverse circumstances. There are so many enemies within me trying to take me away from you. Therefore, I just cannot give my full attention to you and your name. At the same time, I feel from the deepest place in my heart that you are my master. You are all and everything to me. My heart will never be satisfied without your companionship. So I appeal to you. I'm under unfavorable circumstances. I'm suffering. And without your grace, I do not find any relief from my present imprisoned condition. That's how to do kirtan. I would now like to do a kirtan. Amala Harina Prabhu will do. And afterwards, we will invite a very famous kirtaniya, world famous kirtaniya, if everything works. And we will hear something about this. It's a surprise, I can't tell you. So would you just be so kind to sit properly? Just properly. No need to sit on the floor. If you sit on chairs, it means just try to sit straight. Huh? Sit properly. Can I have a stick? No. It only takes 5, it will not take much time, but of course if you have to go, then go, but no problem. We had a long kirtan weekend, wonderful weekend, and we are all a little tired. I know, but this is something very practical which you can take with you. I just request you to look a little bit around and just connect to the room in which you are, to the people who are around you, because soon we will focus totally on the holy name. We won't do a long thing because I don't think it is practical, but just let us be a little silent for just a little time, just connect deeply, breathe in and out a few times, I mean all the time, but and then stop breathing, no. Breathe in and out. And just in your consciousness, breathe into the heart space. Whenever you inhale, you imagine the air to flow in there, in the heart. It's here where you are, the eternal soul, part and parcel of Krishna. We will now sing together. And during this exercise, during this kirtan, your task is first of all to really hear the holy name, to connect with the holy name, who is Krishna. Is eternally a servant of Krishna. This fact is forgotten due to the influence of Maya, which induces one to believe in material happiness. When we are illusioned by Maya, we think that material happiness is the desired object of our life. This material consciousness is like a chain around the neck of the conditioned soul. As long as one is bound to that conception, he cannot get out of Maya's clutches. However, if by Krishna's mercy he gets in touch with the bona fide spiritual master and abides by his orders and serves him, then he immediately attains Krishna's shelter. One is immediately freed from the clutches of Maya if he seriously and sincerely says, "My dear Lord Krishna, although I have forgotten you for so many long years in the material world, today I'm surrendering unto you. I'm your sincere and serious servant. Please engage me in your service." So now, my dear devotees, you stay at the place where you are, hopefully, that you feel I'm a servant of Krishna. And now you express your feelings to Krishna that I have forgotten you for so many long years by just connecting with him in the prayerful mood, like, please engage me in your service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Shiva.